Hello fellow vegan, I hope you're doing great. So just decided to start a vegan nutrition before you were eating meat, drinking milk, eating cheese, whatever. But now you're on this journey of eating vegan only. So congratulations, welcome to the gang. And you're just asking yourself, what about protein? Will I be deficient in protein? And in this video, if you just give me a couple of minutes, I'm going to explain you the ins and outs of protein deficiency and tell you if this is actually a valid concern to have when you're going vegan, and which kind of other concerns you should have when you go down this vegan path, so to speak. So just give me a couple of minutes. If you like the information that I share with you right here, smash the like button so this channel stays in good favor of the YouTube algorithm gods. So smash the like button for extra hummus. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. What is protein, so to speak? Protein comes from the Greek word proteos, which means first, or as of most importance. Because people thought, people before when they first discovered protein, they noticed that it's different than carbohydrates and it's different than fat. Because essentially what carbohydrates are is a storage of energy. You know, fat is probably the most efficient storage of energy. That's why 1 gram of fat has way more calories than 1 gram of carbohydrates, because fat is the energy storage per se. So you have carbohydrates, energy storage, you have fat, energy storage, and you have protein. Now protein is different. What protein essentially is, protein is like the Lego block that your body uses to build different stuff. You know, to build enzymes, to build muscles, so to speak, to skin, everything. You know, it's the building block for everything. So your body, it takes a look at the DNA. The DNA is like the blueprint of what they want to build, and then they use protein to build it. That's it. Okay. So protein is the building block. It's not an energy storage. It's like a Lego block that they use to build different stuff. You know, and then the combination of multiple proteins, you know, thousands, millions of proteins, give you different structures. And that's what protein is. And in this sense, it's a valid concern to be concerned about this nutrient, because essentially, if you don't have enough Lego blocks, you cannot build cool stuff, and you don't feel that well, arguably. Now, if it is an actual concern, is a different topic. There are a couple of studies showing that if you eat sufficient amount of calories as a vegan, then protein is not a concern. Because the date, or like the belief that protein is like this nutrient that we need to eat so much and in excess, actually dates back to the chemist called Justus von Liebig. And Justus von Liebig, he studied like the function of protein, and he hypothesized that protein was used as an energy source in muscle action, so to speak. But as we now know, it's carbohydrates and fat that is used as an energy source, and it's not protein. So it's a false belief. And a lot of the nutrition recommendations, if you look at the change that it did over the last 20, 30 years, it went from this very high protein focus, dates back to, again, Justus von Liebig, which hypothesized that it stems from, that is like an energy source, to now advising for way less protein. Why? Because we realized that it's just a building block, and that we don't, for example, if we exercise, we don't really burn protein. What we burn, especially if you're lifting weights, is carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are worth replenishing. So the main concern when it comes to building muscle, yes, I mean protein is important, and if you feel you're deficient in it, just drink 1 protein shake when you're becoming vegan. Every single day. You know, you can do this after the workout, you can do this after you wake up in the morning. I would not recommend you do this before you fall asleep, because it can interfere with your sleep pattern. So just, if you feel unsure, drink 1 protein shake, and that's it. But I can tell you, as a 5-year-old vegan, this protein is not a real concern when you're vegan. What is a bigger concern is vitamin B12. This is a vitamin that is only found in animal products, and you should supplement this vitamin on a daily basis. You should use a spray or use a pill that you can take every single day. So you have the vitamin B12 supplements. And when it comes to your nutrition, you have to make sure that you structure it around carbohydrates, because carbohydrates are what will give you the fuel to perform at your highest level. And if you look at almost all nutrition recommendations, I just recently read the book like Sports Nutrition, a handbook for professionals. And this is like university stuff, but essentially like all the recommendations like circle around carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the most important thing when it comes to performance. It doesn't mean that you should eat donuts and like stuff high in sugar, high in fat. It means that you should focus on vegetables, fruits, whole grains, pasta, like brown rice, whatever, you know, just focus on carbohydrates and make sure you eat enough calories. If you do not eat enough calories, you will have problems with protein, you will have problems with energy. But make sure when you go down this vegan path, go down or go up this vegan path, so to speak, then you have to make sure you eat a sufficient amount of calories and carbohydrates. And don't worry too much about protein. I think I've never met the person with protein deficiency, and also the literature is very inconclusive. So thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to smash the shit out of the like button, leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm gods. And if you want to work with me directly, you can go to qualitygains.com. I help vegans build muscle and lose fat. I only work with vegan entrepreneurs and professionals, and only work with 24 people at a time. So if this is you, if you're interested to get in the best shape of your life with a minimal time and energy investment, then go to qualitygains.com. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.